Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, fixing my broad straps because what else should I do? Hi, guys. Who is here? Ernie and Lisa and Mike and Lisa and Mike chatting it up. How are you guys? Ernie, are you still here? And Lisa? There we go. Why not? What? We'll just keep pulling at it and just making it perfect. I should have gone with the wig or the hat. But I decided to go with this whale spout look instead. Just like, poosh. Hi, Muriel. How you doing? Guys, how is the audio? I'm always concerned. Is it crack-a-lackin'? Is it just a mess? Hello, Dave. How are ya? Excuse me. How is everybody? I feel like I haven't seen you. Seen your name, interacted in a few days. McGee! How's it going, McGee Homestead Adventures? Hey, sounds great. Thank you. I've been having some audio issues. Joseph. Hey, Joe. How are you, buddy? Good audio. Good so far. Fantastic. So how's everybody doing? It's been a hot minute since I've been on here in the evening. And how are you guys? I mean that. I always say that. I want to know really how you're doing, not just doing all right. Unless you are doing all right, and that's your actual answer, then answer with that. I will tell you, my answer is usually depends on the day. And that's still where I'm at. Depends on the day. Doing okay. Good. Lisa says, good, busy food. I'm going to go food shopping today, clean and went through clothes to give away. That's good. That's good. Keep yourself busy. I have been on a walking and biking kick. And I hope it's not just a kick, like a, hey, Ernie, like a thing I'm excited about. And then I stop doing. I have found that this is my thing right now for this season. Like if I'm stressed during the day and Mike isn't home, I hold it together. I am holding it and I just envision myself out there power walking, riding my bike. And as soon as he gets home, I go. Sometimes multiple times. Sometimes I wake up in the morning early, I go, and then he goes to work and he comes home and I go again. And like tonight, I was out walking until 8:15 because my brain just needed to. So what's happening now is most of the time I'm a sweaty mess. Like right now, I don't know if like some people might be like, oh, your face is so it's sweat. It's just, and I'm a disgusting animal. And thank God you can't smell me because I'm offensive. Too much information. That's okay. That is okay. Lisa says, everyone says to me, what a good job you did on Instagram videos. We did. Oh, good, Lisa. Lisa, I have to tell you, I enjoyed our interview. For anybody who didn't see it, over on Instagram on Thursday evenings, I've been trying to do this segment where I just invite somebody on. We split the screen. I invite them on live and to talk about different topics, different walks of life. I really like to highlight. I hear one of my kids having a difficult time with life right now. Is that what's happening? Is it laughter? Is it crying? I think he's getting in trouble. I'm not sure. But to give somebody the opportunity to sort of share part of their life. And Lisa, you did a fantastic job. I know there were some nerves there before you went on. And you shared, really personal things about your life and some struggles and some accomplishments. And it was lovely. So thank you so much. So yeah, anybody who's here, anybody who watches this, if you have an experience in life that, you think is important to share because you think it might connect with other people or bring awareness to something, or you are really passionate about something, I would love to share my platform with you over on Instagram. Reach out to me, let me know. I have the next few Thursdays booked up with people. But that's sort of my goal, is just every Thursday to have somebody on and chat, and whoever wants to sort of like peek in and eavesdrop, they can. And it's been really cool. But yeah, I have definitely been, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my phone to stop turning off because I had like talking points on there that I wanted to hit. Ed's attention to detail. Hello, Breizy. What is that spell? Ed, you better. There's no I before E in Breizy. I've told you this. My parents didn't know what they were doing when they spelled my name. They didn't know the I before E rule. So you better switch those around there, fella. Just kidding. Hello, everyone. Ed, see, everybody's excited to see you, Ed. But yeah, that's been my outlet is the power walking. And I have to tell you, it's so funny because for anybody that like jogs or does something outside certain times of the day, I don't know if you start seeing like certain people that are also doing their thing, like you kind of get on this like time schedule that other people are on. And I've just been really observant of other people's form when they're walking or jogging. Like there's this one woman that's just like there's no bend in her elbows. It's just like arms like this. And I was watching that tonight and I'm like, maybe that's a good, like, I don't know, maybe more calories are burned. I'm not really sure. It looks a little odd, but I'm like, hey, maybe that's just, something to kind of get out more stress. I am definitely the like 90-degree, well, it's not really, but I'm showing off my guns. I'm this one, the like my fists are going. And I definitely look like I mean business. I'm like all really good posture, at least I think. The thing is, dare you to misspell my name. Oh, I'm gonna spell it. I'm gonna spell it Eddie, and I'm gonna put a Y in there, and it's just gonna go all over. Steven, hello, Steven. How are you? Good to see you. Steven, I was just talking about how I've become like a pro power walker, if I do say so myself, but I was really paying attention to people's form. And I was wondering what I look like to people, because I used to listen to music when I would walk. And then I found a love for podcasts. And my cousin Steven, great timing, told me about Dax Shepard. He has a podcast, Armchair Expert. And this evening I was listening to Dax Shepard and Melissa McCarthy, who is hysterical. So they were hysterical together. So now I'm power walking and I'm laughing, but I realized it sounded like this psychotic cackle. So I'm like, like I must look like a fool to people. Not that I normally don't, but I don't know. I just love it. I find like the more stressed I am, the more my distance is. So perhaps there's something to really like allowing stress into my life, because it's really helping me with my walking. If I'm not stressed, I don't feel the desire to do it, which is really, I think, an unhealthy relationship to have with exercise. I don't know. Hello, Ed. Ernie says she said the name that should not be named. Eddie. Do we not like Eddie? Ed? Do you go by Edward at all? Or is it just Ed? You seem like a just Ed. Like just Edward sounds very it's a lovely name. It just sounds very proper. Like, hello, Edward. I don't know why all of a sudden I needed that accent to say, but it just sounds very like formal. And Edward, hat maker of the hat makers. I don't know, but that's a very fancy name, Edward Hatmaker, right? I still think that's probably the best last name that I've ever heard of. Hatmaker. I mean, does that come from, like, is it just literal? Like, were your ancestors hat makers? That's what I feel like. I feel you do accents too, Ernie. I don't know why. Sometimes I just like come out with an accent. I don't ever know if they're accurate to anything I'm trying to do, but I don't know. But like hat maker, I just feel like you come from a long line of hat makers. True? I don't know. Ernie, do you ever, or anybody here ever, Mike always calls me a chameleon. Like, has anybody ever spent time with somebody that has an accent and then all of a sudden you start speaking like them? Or you're around somebody that has like a twang or certain nuances in their speech and you pick it up? Literally, I could spend an hour with somebody and all of a sudden you would question if I was from a different region of the world. It's bizarre. I can't help it. Oh, look at that emoji to Eddie. All right, so I won't go there. Eddie. It's like That just looks like a terrible emoji. All the freaking time you do that. And Steven does that too. Hat maker, hey. When I go to North Carolina, I start to talk like them. Yeah. When I was younger, I would go to California almost every summer to visit family there. And they loved I definitely had a hardcore New York accent when I was younger. And I would do the whole coffee talk and dog and can we talk about, like, it was terrible. It was terrible. And I would go to California and within like a day, I would be like, are we going to the mall? Can I get a hot dog and talk of coffee? Like I would just pick up on there. And it's bizarre because if I'm around anybody that has like a full on accent, all of a sudden I'm like, cheerio, like top of the morning. It's bizarre. That was a terrible accent, but you know what I mean? Ernie says, haha, because I grew up with French. So anytime I hear it, I get a French accent. That's fabulous. It's a little sexy, Ernie. Little French accent in there for you. I think that would be so much fun. Like if I went abroad somewhere, I feel like 100% within a week, I would be, I don't know, I'd sound very cultured. Steven says you should hear me order Chinese food. Stop it. Stop it. I've done that like in the nail salon. And I'm not a big like get my nails done person, but sometimes, and I don't even mean to like make fun of people, but I'm going to be totally stereotypical. Stereotypically, you walk into a nail salon and like you'll hear certain times like pick a color. Like it's just like instead of like, would you, go, it says pick a color. And sometimes I have to be very aware of how I'm speaking back to somebody because I assume that they're speaking to me sometimes a little broken English, but enough that I understand that all of a sudden I'm speaking that way back. And I'm like, what am I doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's probably not. Oh, I ate all my chocolate. I bought some really good, healthy for you dark chocolate. And I don't have any more. Dave says, once spent a few weeks in Virginia. When I came back, Roanoke was Roanoke? Oh, wait, I'm trying to get where the emphasis is. I see the emphasis is on the first syllable, right? Roanoke. I'm not even going to try. Mike's probably going to come down here in a minute, open the door, and yell down how to say it because that's just what he does. Ernie says, Steven, do it for us. And Ed says, nice accent. Goodness, you make me sound almost noble. Well, think about it.
Roanoke.
My mom, where is my mom? My mom moved to North Carolina and within like a week, she was like, oh, it's about a mile down yonder there. And I'm like, what in the hell are you saying? First of all, you don't say yonder and you don't say mile for mile. Like what's happening exactly? But she still has her New Yorkin, but she has this twang going on, which is hysterical. Jax, hi, Jackie. She says, I've done that with Spanish customers. Stop. Do you speak Spanish? I'm sorry, I'm taking off my shoes and getting comfortable. I've said this before. I've taken years, right? So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So 6, and then 2 years of college. So 8 years of Spanish. And I could probably say what I learned like within my first semester. And that's it. Like, hola, me llamo es Brie. Brie. What the hell is that? Brie. Me llamo es Brie. Donde está baño? Is your mom still doing a liquid diet? She is. She's supposed to be getting all of her dental work completed the week of July 19th. So we shall see. Jackie says, no, so you don't speak Spanish. Luckily, I speak English. Lucky you speak English. I know. I know. You're trying, though. Mucho gusto, Brie. Thanks. So bad. Oh, guys, you know what I did? I don't know. For those of you who are on live with us, I don't even know what day, Saturday, maybe the beginning of the week. My other friend Jackie was on here talking about a trip she and her family went on to the Delaware River to go whitewater rafting, and really inexpensive. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, this would be great. We're not going anywhere this summer. We're really trying, to kind of save the money and budget and all that. And really, we're not going on a plane anywhere, even if we could right now. And I'm like, oh, this is lovely. You stay in a cabin, like one family stays in a cabin. You go do an activity that's outdoors. How fantastic is that? But my sort of fear and anxiety kind of set in about the rafting. And I was like, no, we're all going to die. So obviously we can't go. Even though we'd be in life vest and it's supposed to be a family activity, I fully had it in my head that this was going to be something that wound up on the news as a tragic event. And I was like, not doing it. And the more I spoke to Jackie, and then I believe it was my cousin Stephen, I was educated and told that the Delaware River sometimes is only knee high. Knee high. So I'm like, well, that's great. So we booked it. We booked it for Riley's birthday. Her birthday's going to be July 21st. Going to be. It always has been for the past almost 9 years. And so we're going to be there for her birthday. And she's super excited about it. And as soon as I booked it, I started having, and I've told you guys, I probably say it too much, but I don't care. Like I take my medication for my anxiety because a lot of times my thoughts get a little too dark and scary and I get anxious about things. And it's really helped. It's helped a lot, but sometimes I still get a little like, eh. So as soon as we booked it, I started playing out horrific scenarios. And then I was just like, what did I do? I'm like, what if Frankie falls out? Frankie's like a ninja lunatic. And what if he falls out? And then what if there's a shark? A shark in the freaking Delaware River? Probably not, right? But in my head, I'm just like, what if a shark comes up to us and knocks the raft over and eats us all? This is what I think. Oh, fear can be paralyzing. It really can. And I joke about it. I joke because that's my sort of defense mechanism, but that's truly what I do in my head. I'm like, what if we're like in the cabin and like a psychotic person breaks into our cabin? I'm just like a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. But evidently we're going to have a great time. So there's that. Maybe he'll like double up on the meds then. I don't know. Where is Walter gonna? Oh, wait a minute. Dave says it is. I flipped a canoe. Dave, on the Delaware, it's not deep. Okay. Dear goodness. Well, we won't be in a canoe. So maybe we'll be in a raft. God, I'm telling you right now, if this thing flips over, it's going to be a scene because I'll have a vest. I can swim. I'll have a vest on. I won't even realize probably that I can stand up. That's what's going to happen. I'll be like floating on my back, trying to find the kids, getting them, not realizing I can literally put my feet down and stand up. I'm going to be panicking because I'm going to assume we're going to find what is waterfall and just like go over I can't. Lisa, where's Walter going to stay? Well, we were going to bring him because there's a cabin that is pet friendly, but also cost like $115 more a night. So it goes from being like $119 to $240. And I'm just like, Walty, I love you so much, but meh, I don't think so. So he's going to stay. We have a place that we bring him that's actually quite lovely, cage free, whatever. And he loves it there. So he's going to hang out and have a little doggy vacation. Ernie Hatmaker, what are you saying? Soy. Okay, let me try. Soy aprendido. Español. ¿Dónde estás el río Delaware? What? ¿Dónde? Where, right? Where is the Delaware River? Is that maybe? Perhaps? It's 2 hours away. Mike, if you have anything more specific, let me know. It's going to be great. No worries. Thank you, Stephen. It should be great. A ninja lunatic with a shark. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My son, I tell you guys this all the time. I love him dearly. But holy Hannah, holy Hannah. Ed says I'd be more worried about the killer whales. Ed, do I need to pull out the Eddie? Ooh, you're going to have a great time. Thanks, Jackie. Dave says, Bree, the water will almost be flat when you go. I'm going to take video. I'm going to take video to share because I'm going to be all jacked up with a life vest, with, floaties on my legs. I'm going to have the kids like they can't put their arms down because they're going to have like water. And it's literally, you're right. It's going to be flat water that we can stand in. And they're going to be like, I can't put my arms down. The Charles family. Hello. Hello, Charles family. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Hey, nice to have you here. All good here, you. Hello, Charles family. Dave says, Ernie, it's in New York and New Jersey. There you go, Dave. Dave is my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire lifeline. If I'm ever going to have one, it's going to be Dave. Mike says, what the heck was that brutal accent? Did I spit out an accent? I don't even, maybe like 20 minutes ago. I don't know. Ernie says, so not in Delaware. I learned something new. Ernie, you're not the first one because when my friend Jackie told me they went through the Delaware River, excuse me, scratch my throat. I thought the same thing. Arms up. Okay. I thought the same thing. Not good with facts like that. I'm just not. I thought it was in Delaware too. You should watch Titanic before you go. Yeah, great. That's great, Ed. Thanks. Ed, now I have the song in my head. What is the song? Go on. You're here. There's nothing. Don't make me sing it because I will. My mom's sister said you are so nice. Oh, my mom's sister. So your aunt. Thank you. Tell your aunt I said I appreciate that. That is very nice. Jack says, what are you trying to do to her, Ed? That's what I'm saying, Ed. What are you trying to do, man? Killer whales and Titanic. Dear God, could you imagine being on the Titanic? Oh God, could you imagine? I want to vomit. I want to vomit even thinking about that. She should watch Friday the 13th. Is Friday the 13th the one with Freddy or Jason? I feel like it's the one with Jason. Is it the one where they stay in cabins? Right? They're in cabins. And he's like, I can't. Freddy Krueger. Oh my God. Those movies, I am telling you, between those movies and Jaws, years of it all came out in therapy. Those are terrible movies. Absolutely terrible movies. Ed says it could never be as bad as the Titanic, right? That's excellent perspective. When we're on a raft, I'll just keep saying to myself, at least I'm not Rose and Jack, right? At least could you just imagine? No, you're right. At least it won't be the Titanic. There's the silver lining. Mike says it's really nice, Lisa. Yes. What is that face, Ernie? I never saw that one. The eyes are like, ooh. Oh, Ed, yes, it could. Shut up, Dave. Because honestly, what I'm picturing is like the rapids get really crazy and the raft like gets cut on a jagged rock and then the air starts coming out. And up ahead, we see a waterfall that wasn't on the map. And we're trying to like paddle away from it. And the current is too rough. And then all of a sudden, and it's just like a movie in the making. And we're that family. And then Walter's by himself. And my sister doesn't like dogs. Steven, where are you? Steven, you're getting Walter, if anything. I'm going to put you down as his emergency contact. I put my sister down as my dog's emergency contact last time we went away. And she's like, why the hell did you do that? And I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. Why is everyone scaring her from my trip? Exactly, Lisa. Ever been to Niagara Falls? I have not. I, dear Lord, what is happening? I'm sorry. Hold, please. I have not been to Niagara Falls. I had wanted to. I still do. But I wonder if Niagara Falls is like the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. Like, I get all excited to see it, and then we get there, and I'm like, well, there it is, right? Like, that happens every year. We go into the city with this idea of this magical tree, and we literally stand there, and we're like, well, there it is, and we take pictures, and then we turn around and we leave. So I'm just wondering, like, are there things to do at Niagara Falls, or is it really just there it is and you take pictures? I mean, I'd be good for that. I think they'd be cool pictures, but I want like some things to do. Um, wait, what? Ed said they showed us Titanic while we were at sea in the Navy. That's terrible. That is terrible. Not crazy when you're going. Steven says Jason Voorhees. Is that his full name? I didn't know Jason had a full name. I never knew that. Dave says if you're going to go in April, then holy Hannah. If you're going to go in April, where? To Niagara Falls or to Delaware River? Ooh, well, we're not going in April, so we're going. Mom, where have you been, woman? You're late. Hi, I've been here. It just wouldn't let me talk to you. Oh, well, hello and welcome. I'm glad you're back. How are you doing today, Mom? Ernie was asking about you before. Jax, they wouldn't let you go out if waters are rough. Okay, well, that's true. That's true, right? They wouldn't be like, oh, here you are, a nice family of 4 with a very hyperactive child. Go out to plummet to your death. Jackie says Niagara Falls is awesome and safe. It looks beautiful. It really looks beautiful. Is Jack Stagg Jackie from our breakfast club? She is not. Jack Stagg is my friend who works down the block from me. Jackie is Jackie from the breakfast club. Few Jackies. Dee says Niagara Falls is a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a long drive. It is definitely on my list of places I would like to go. I could show you pictures. Please do. There is a boat that goes into the falls. I will not be on that boat. It was only on the New York side. My son and his dad went on the boat under the falls. Oh my God. I feel like the pressure of the right. You'd think the pressure of the obviously, okay. Let me just think out loud, and it's going to sound really stupid, and I apologize. I'm just trying to think out loud. Okay, so the Niagara Falls coming down, lots of pressure. So I'm assuming the boat isn't going through the falls. Perhaps it's going like behind the falls, because you can't go through the falls, correct? I'm thinking the pressure of the water coming down would literally crush you to death. No? So you must have to go around it. I don't know. Dave says, Bree, in April, snow usually melts off the mountains and it makes for white water. I want no part of that. I don't enjoy the snow. I want no part of white water. So I'm good. So I'm out of there. I won't be there in April. Thank you for the warning. Hello, Sharon. Jack says they shoot fireworks on the weekends and light up the falls in different colors. That's awesome. That I would absolutely love to see. Mom, I just saw your text telling me you're here. Ernie says, I used to fantasize about doing stuff on a boat under the falls. I bet you have, Ernie. Little dirty Ernie. In your French accent with your costumes. Ernie's a little wild. She's a little wild girl. And Mike says, you get the mist of the falls. Yes, behind the falls. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, really, could you imagine? Like, guys, hold on tight. We're going through the falls. And then it's terrible. Ernie, oh, my virgin ears. Oh, my gosh, guys, fireworks. You just reminded me. So last night, we're still in June, obviously. So last night we hear fireworks going off down the block, and it's been happening. Lisa, you know this because Lisa lives around the block from me. And last night it was kind of late and they started with the fireworks. So I go outside, I open the door, and it's literally like right down the street from me. And I'm like, all right, at least it's colorful. But I wanted to yell out, and I was on the verge of saying, you realize it's not July 4th, because we were trying to, like, the kids were to bed. I was thinking of you, Lisa, that like those noises make you, the dog, nervous. I get it. So I was going to yell something out. Excuse me. Hold on, please. And Mike comes over and he's like, no. Don't yell out. Don't yell out. I'm like, but this is bananas. It's like 10:30 at night. Stop with the nonsense. Save it for July 4th. So this morning I go on, was it my walk? No, my bike ride. And I see my friend who I haven't seen in a while. She lives many streets away. And she was talking about what they're doing this summer. And then she was like, yeah, we're going to stay local for 4th of July. And I was like, oh, 4th of July. I'm like, some idiots were lighting off fireworks down the block. She's like, oh, near so-and-so's house. I'm like, yeah. She goes, that was my husband. I'm like, I felt so badly. I'm like, that was your husband? They don't live on our street. So I didn't even think that. They live many streets away, but evidently her husband came over to our street to his friend's house. And like kids, they were lighting up fireworks. And I'm hearing him. I'm like, some idiots. And I was going to yell out the door. And then she's like, that was my husband. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But thankfully she kind of found it funny. But yeah, I was one of those like put my foot in my mouth type of things, but that's okay. Made of the mist. What does that mean? You get the mist of the falls. Made of the mist? Is that what it's called? Mom says, if I have to drink one more anything for breakfast or dinner, I'm going to crack. Only a few more weeks of this till it's over and I get to have New York pizza. Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, my mom has had extensive, oh, Jackie, are you sending me pictures? Let me just see. I'm sorry. My mom has had, oh, Jackie, that's beautiful. Jackie's sending me pictures of the fireworks show at the falls. I want to go. My mom has had extensive dental work done, but it's taken many months. So she's been on a liquid diet for many, many months of like shakes. So hopefully you can come in once you get your teeth done. I might have to take your temperature at the door, Mom. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to have like a test ready for you to take to see, make sure you're good. Take your temperature. As long as you don't have a temperature, you may enter the house. We'll have your room set up and I'll have a pizza waiting for you. I think it'll be great. Lisa says, me too. It sounds like gunshots. I know. Oh, with the fireworks. Ernie says, all my French-made stuff is in storage. Well, take it out, Ernie Hatmaker, and get that French accent going and get yourself to the falls, right? Life is too short. Why not? Oh, my God, I would crack the hell up. I would love to see those pictures. Mike says, we are no going to have any friends, babe. Ha, 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 ha. We are no going. We're not going to have any friends. For why? For why? What is happening to me? For why are we no going to have any friends? Not French made of the mist. What is happening? Wait, Ernie says pizza can fit in a blender. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. You know what? And I say that because I know there are people that truly cannot eat solid foods and need to blend foods. I've worked with many people who need to do that, but there are some foods that need to be in their original form, and if not, just pass. Pizza in a blender, spaghetti and meatball. I can't. I'm going to pass on this comment. Mike said, that's the boat that you take near the falls. What's the boat? Oh, when Ed said the mist, is that it? The made mist or something? Oh, I didn't know. Listen, there are some things that I will say I'm very intellectually advanced in. And then there are other things I am not. And I have no problem saying that and admitting that. Jack says, I sent you a couple pictures. Yes, I got them. They look awesome. Dave Says, so let me get this straight. You have concerns about Niagara Falls, but yelling at random people about fireworks, you have no problem at all. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Well, because it's like, it's June and it's right down the block from us in the middle of the street. They're pretty, but they're very loud. Very loud. Steven says, I hope the curve is flat by September. I hope to. You're coming to New York in September? What? You never told me that. I need to talk to you. Because if you're going to be in New York in September, we have to see each other. That'd be lovely. Ed says they make pizza flavored Pringles. I want no part of that. Although, I have to say, Pringles are extremely addicting. They're like those finger licking snacks, right? Like they're pizza, meh. Ernie says blender pizza Pringles. No, no. I'm just going to say no on all that. Pizza is not to be drank. No, it's to be chewed and enjoyed. Exactly. Ooh. And Ed says exactly. Yes. Mike says, Dave, that's why we are going to be friendless. Oh, because I'm yelling at people about fireworks. I know. I'm like that, get off my lawn, kids type of person. I'm really not. I'm really not. It's just sometimes when it sounds like there is like we're under attack outside of our home, I feel like maybe I could say something like, could you maybe save that for the one night a year that fireworks are acceptable? So I'm saying. So I'm saying. Where am I? Jack says, I'm eating pizza Pringles right now. That is hysterical. How random is that? Oh, do you know what I found that I love? I've told you guys I'm not a big like wine connoisseur or like really into drinking, but I've never had Moscato before. And my sister-in-law gave me Moscato like 2 weeks ago. It was delicious. I am a very like sweet wine person. I found a new favorite drink. I don't have any in the house because I don't keep it in the house, but that's going to be my drink of choice now. Not that we were even talking about that. Sometimes things pop into my head and I say them out loud. I apologize. Lisa, can you eat soup, Sharon? I believe she can. As long as it doesn't have like big old things that she needs to bite on. Ernie, don't touch that comment. Ernie says, who named them Pringles anyway? Pringles sounds like another name for review big lights. Sorry. That's all I have in my head now. And so unfortunate. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Pubic line. Woo. Stephen, waiting to plan it, but we intend to be there. That's great. We'll definitely see you. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Jackie says, once you pop, you can't stop. True. Truth. Dave says, so loud water, kind of scary. People carrying explosives, not so much. Yeah, I really would. I would love to go to Niagara Falls. I think, here's the thing, like I'm all about, you go to a fireworks show because, excuse me, lemon water. I feel like people at fireworks shows kind of know what they're doing or should know what they're doing, and you're prepared for it. You're going there specifically to watch it and listen to it. But when people are doing it outside, excuse me, good Lord, did somebody slip me some Moscato? Okay, I'm good. But when people are doing it outside, you're not prepared for it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, what was that? It's just a little like startling. Jack says, ew. Probably to Ernie's comment. Mom says, I'm tired of drinking my meals. Yeah, Mom, I would be too. The Peachy Spoonie. Spoonie. Hi, how are you? Moscato is delicious. It is. Peachy, I love that name. Where do I know you from? I know that name. Have you commented on some of my videos or Instagram maybe? I'm trying to remember where did I see something on your channel? I feel like I just saw your name, but hi, welcome. We're talking about nonsensical things. As per usual. Usually I have questions and stuff like never have I ever, would you rather type of questions, but we've just been on a roll with a great conversation that's going everywhere. And yes, Moscato is delicious. And I found a cheap one that I like, Barefoot. I think it's Barefoot. It's so good. And it's like $7 a bottle. Anybody here wine drinkers and put ice in their wine? Anybody do that? I thought that's what you were supposed to do because I never was a wine drinker. And then when I met my sister-in-law, she always puts ice in her wine. And I assumed that's how you drank wine. And then the more people I was around that drink wine, I realized, oh, that's not a thing. That's not like a normal thing to do. But I can't not drink it without ice now. And I know it kind of waters it down, but I'm just like, you don't put ice. Like I need it to be cold. I'm just curious if anybody else does. Steven says it's like 4th of July here every day, military-based training and hunters. Oh, that would freak me out. Hi, Peachy. Hi. I love that. Peachy. Fireworks now. Really? I didn't hear them. Yes. Oh, really? I can't hear them down here in the bunker. Peachy, Spoony. Hi. Steven, I love the peach emoji. Peach wine. Ooh. What is Moscato? So Dave, first of all, can I just say it's lovely to see you ask a question because Dave is like one of the smartest people I know. The smartest people I know. And I feel really dumb that this is the one question that I'm answering is about wine. But Moscato is basically, it tastes like liquid candy. I don't believe it's a very formal hoity-toity wine at all. Like at all. It tastes like a dessert wine to me. It's very fruity and like it seems like you can make a sangria with it. It's so good. Peach wine sounds delicious. Yes, fireworks. Really, I can't hear them. Put the wine in the ice, not the other way around. I mean, you could do that. Oh, I hear the fireworks now. Yeah. You could do that. You could take the bottle of wine and put it in an ice bucket. I just like having ice cubes in it. I don't know. And that's all because of my sister-in-law. I blame her. Ernie says I have to chill my wine or ice cubes. There you go. It's how I keep hangovers away. Oh, because it's watered down. Yeah. Ed says, Stephen, it was that way living near Fort Campbell Army Post. Oh, I wonder, in all seriousness, I wonder how that is for people. And Ed, maybe you have some insight on this, but I know people who have served, whether it's overseas or active combat and coming back and things like fireworks and, with PTSD and triggers and stuff. And I wonder, I always think about the vets and certain people. Oh, wait, sorry, it's my friend just texted me saying, it's not my husband. My friend that she's not on here. My friend that I said her husband was the one doing fire. I have to just quickly, while we're doing this, text her and laugh. But yeah, I wonder a lot about the vets around 4th of July and how that is. It's not my husband. My phone is broken. I still have to text you through. I'm writing, ha ha ha. Sure, it's not. Moscato is carbonated, right? It didn't taste carbonated. Yeah, no, it didn't have like a bubbly taste to it at all. I don't know if it's supposed to, and maybe it was just flat, but it was so good. Mom says, so are you catching up on your goal with your hours, or am I wasting my time playing your video? Thanks, Mom. My mom is one of my biggest critics and one of my biggest fans. So she was letting my videos play today and yesterday to help me with hours because we're so close to the 4,000 watch hour mark. And if anybody has a YouTube channel, you know that that's pretty significant. Yes, we are catching up. You've been running my playlist also, Ernie. Ernie, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Guys, you're the best. You really are. That makes me feel really loved. Thank you. But yes, we're almost there. We're almost there. Pardon the noise. It's the sound of freedom. Who is that, Stephen? Who is that? A line from a movie? Amanda. My mom says I always sing your name. Hi, Amanda. Ed says, I'm cool with it. Sounds of freedom is always a welcome sound to me. Ernie says, there are a lot of people with PTSD in our former town, and some leave town altogether during the firework holidays. A lot say they spend weekends mentally preparing. I'm sure. My cousin, I won't mention his name, but I have a cousin who I know did some work with vets that were struggling with PTSD, and I think that's wonderful. Anybody, he was in the service himself, and had a connection with vets when he came back, which I think is wonderful work. Stephen says, I live near Camp Johnson. Oh, don't know where that is. I'm assuming that's North Carolina, since that's where you live. Steven says it's a sign at the gate of the military base. Our house shakes daily. Oh, so that's the sign there to just say, settle down, neighbors. Don't start complaining about the sounds. I bet, Steven. Amanda, since you came in new, there you go again. Yep, Amanda. Amanda, we were talking about a bunch of stuff, but now we're on to fireworks. Do you have anybody on your side of the town that's fireworking like now? Fireworks. But yeah, that's what's going on around here. Hi, Amanda. We got more hi Amandas. I'm sorry. My phone, I just want to make sure it's not. You hear tons of them right now. Over it. Yeah, I know. Let me just set this up here so it's not out of my, okay. There we go. So guys, I have another goal too that I'm going to share with you, because when I share my goals, you guys are so awesome that you rally, and I appreciate it. Wait, Ernie says, Stephen, they were practicing demolition runs at Fort Campbell before we left. Talk about house shaking. Wow, that's bananas. By the way, Bree, are you sunburned, or is my phone tint too red? Well, it could be, I am wearing a red workout tank because that's how I roll these days. But I do have some color. I've been experimenting with different sunscreens and haven't quite found the one that works yet. And we've spent some days at the beach, and I'm telling you, I promise, Mom, I've been so good with my sunscreen application, because you could tell I'm an adult now. I get mad at myself when I get tan. Whereas when I was younger, it was like a badge of honor. But now I'm just like, my skin. And I apply it before I leave the house. I apply it when we get to the beach. And then I'm reapplying. I wear a hat. And I'm still like a golden goddess. No, but I get sunburned pretty badly. And I'm really trying to find one that works. And then sometimes I find the ones that are like, did you ever get the ones that are like white paste? And you put it on and you're like, oh, mother, it's one of these. And you're rubbing and it's like Desitin, like that baby butt cream. And you just have like a ghostly white sheen. Don't get me started. Mike says there's always something going on around here. That's another song lyric I see. Ed, she said, Brie, she isn't the soft, tasty cheese. What? I don't even like brie cheese. Isn't that sad? I just realized it looks like I'm scratching my butt. I'm not. I'm scratching my lower back, upper butt. I don't know. Mom says, no fireworks here, just gunshots. What in the hell is happening? I spell check. Oh, wait, she said Brie. Yes, Ed, did you misspell? You did. You misspelled my name again. Mom and Dad's not here yet. I don't think he's going to be here. Mom, I want you to know that for too much information, Ed, listen to me. Okay? I don't know why I'm looking here. Listen to me, Ed. We're all close here. If I need to tell you I'm scratching, where people get their tramp stamp, I'm going to tell you. Mom, you really screwed me up in life with the spelling of my name. I know we've discussed this before. I have to say I do like it, because I don't know anybody else that spells their name the same way I do. I mean, it's not a common name to begin with, but I before E, man. I before E. Jack says a lot of fireworks around here. One of my neighbors usually has a bunch. We live across from a parking lot and they set them off. Ooh. Jack says, so I'm used to all the noise. It's very busy where I live. Dear Lord. I know it's like June through July. Everybody thinks it's free game for fireworks. Sharon, change her name. Upper butt. Yeah, it's the upper butt region. It's where your back and your butt meet. So it's like lower back, upper butt, tramp stamp area. And I can say tramp stamp because this girl has one. I am not a tramp, but it's the area. I didn't know when I got that tattoo. I didn't even know that they were called tramp stamps unless I wouldn't have gotten it in that region. Too much information again, but that's okay. Ed says, I thought it was just a catchy internet tag name. Which one? Upper butt? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Like, have that be your username, upper butt. And then I'd be like, hey, upper butt, welcome. Can somebody do that? Can somebody just create another account that says upper butt? Steven says, she who goes to bed with itchy ass wakes up with stinky finger. That's so wrong. And so funny and true. Mom says, your name is different. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. It's okay, Mom. I do. Honestly, it's funny because when I see people spell Brianne or Brianna the quote unquote right way, I think it's wrong. Like I look at my name and I'm like, that's how you should spell it. I like it, Mom. I'm just giving you a hard time. Team tramp stamp. All the way. All the way. Ernie says, Steven, we were just in the car listening to YouTube doctors discuss anal itching. Why have I done so many times tonight? Anal itching. I can't with you guys. You know what is so funny? And I'm debating as I'm like, do I say this out loud? But I'm just going to because that's just how I roll. For any of you that walk or run, listen, we're human. We have bodies with crevices that sometimes itch. Have you ever been in a situation? It could be your butt. It could be, usually your butt, where you just kind of get that like that little bit of like that itch, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like right now, my nose is so incredibly itchy. I apologize. But sometimes I'm walking and I'm like, oh, so I try to like walk and like like move my butt a certain way. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. Ernie, put on the anal itching thing. I had nothing to do with that. You know what? I can see that. I could see Ernie. I'm sorry, but you kind of set yourself up for this with the certain things that you've said. I can see you being the one to put that on and listens to weird stuff. Lisa's like, Ed says, do not ever take a car trip with Ernie. She can reach the audio controls. Oh, I'm sure she can. I am sure she can. Oh my goodness, guys. Tonight when I was walking, I felt like such a fool. There's a high school near me with a track like most high schools do. And people walk the track. And I'm not a track walker because I just like to like walk around the neighborhood and see the nice houses and get an idea. I'm like, oh, that's pretty landscaping. But tonight I went into the parking lot of the high school and I see people on the track. And the way the parking lot is, if you go all the way down to the end, there are like two exits to get out and go to the side streets. And both were locked. And I felt like an idiot because I'm like, and I get up to the end and there's no way out. And the security guard was there in his car just watching. And I just wanted to make it look like, oh yeah, I meant to do this. So I touched the gate like, oh, I got to the end, touch the gate, turn around and go. Touch the gate like I'm a child, like I'm running and I need to touch and run back. I felt like I was in gym class, like touch, the end of whatever and then run. But I was just like, oh, I meant to do that. And I turned back around and I'm absolutely one of those women that as a kid I would make fun of, and not out loud. I wasn't a mean kid, but in my head, I'm like, oh, look at you, fist pumping. That's me now. I'm a fist pumper. Bree, there is always something you can do about that. Make the itchy, scratchy show. Speaking of shows, oh my God. So, guys, do you know when? I think I've told you this before. I have some really bizarre pet peeves and then bizarre things that I just, yes, that is why I was late, babe. I was late because I got caught in the locked parking. And I literally was like, I meant to do this, Mr. Security Guard, looking at me like I'm a fool. You could have yelled out that you locked all the entrances and exits except the one, but whatever. Oh, there's a new podcast. I just got an alert. What happened to the cooking show? Oh my goodness, Ed. I did the cooking show once, Spill the Beans with Breizy, and it was a lot of fun, but I have to figure it out. I have to figure out how to fully make it work, but it's happening. It is happening. Oh, so this is what I was saying. So I have shared with you guys before some things that like drive me absolutely insane. Certain noises, like I have an issue with certain noises where I could like really just like karate chop somebody in the throat for making noise because I can't handle it. And then I think I've talked about this. There's a really odd and disgusting habit I have that I feel like, and I know people really struggle with OCD, so I'm not trying to make light of it, but I truly feel like any OCD part of me comes out with this. And guys, do you remember what it is? Especially in the summer? It's when people get sunburned and then their skin starts to peel. Wait, Ernie says, I remember you love eating. I know, yes. The eating noises. I truly will take somebody down and beat the crap out of them for it. I become like I just do not blend Spill the Beans and Itchy and Scratchy show. Oh, no, no, no. No. No, I will not. You have to peel skin. I do edit, and not Ed, Dave, and I know it's disgusting. I feel like Hannibal Lecter, but it's truly like one of my joys of the summer. Yes, I am. Yes, Amanda says, are you one of those people who have to peel? I am, and I like it. I don't understand it because, peeling the skin off of others is fun. It is. But here's the thing I don't understand. What is Walter barking at? He's like going crazy upstairs. I know. I hear Walter too. I'm like, probably another dog or something. I don't know what he's barking at, but I get grossed out very easily by like germs and other people. Michael, what is he barking at? You should get a snake that sheds. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted right now. Michael, what's he barking at? And I think we're done. No, we're not done. It's distracting me. I'm sorry. I hear Mike coming in. Last summer, one of those kids I watch, they saw my shoulders peeling and they had to peel my shoulder. I was like, one peel, that's all you get. It's so bizarre. So I get really grossed out by certain like germs and stuff. So you would think the thought of dead skin would make me want to vomit, but I can't. Like if I see it, a penny a peel. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Like if I see a stranger, and I've said this before, I believe, and they're peeling, if it wasn't bizarre and if somebody wouldn't be frightened by a strange woman coming up to them, I would peel their skin for free. Isn't that disgusting? Like it sounds disgusting, but I would. So like today, Mike, because he thinks he knows better than me about sunscreen, he doesn't. He went to the beach. He didn't put it on in time. I'm ratting you out. And his belly got burnt. And today I saw the peelage starting and it was like a free for all. And it was amazing. Like I was able to peel almost his whole belly off. Isn't that disgusting? I feel so embarrassed saying it. Wait, what? I know. My mom's like, stay on one subject. You start talking of something, and then you're like, squirrel. I totally am. I'm absolutely squirrel, leaf. I'm all over the place. But yeah, it's and even though I get grossed out by a lot of noises, the noise that it makes, it's like I just can't, it's amazing. It's such like a what is this face? I love it. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. Anybody else? Please tell me somebody else. I'm going to stop talking about peeling off dead skin because that just sounds gross. Ed says, I know, right, Sharon? All right, Eddie. Oh, somebody else's wedgie? What did I knit? Oh, wait, I see something about butt. Jack says, my friend will pull somebody's wedgie. She will walk up and pull their pants out of their butt. Okay, then I don't feel like too much of a freak. Because I'm telling you now, if somebody went up to me and pulled a wedgie out of my ass, I would drop kick them in the throat. Right? Either that or I'd say thank you. I'd probably drop kick them then and say thank you. Dave says, this is comedy gold. Well, Mike is like, maybe you should make a video of this because you know those videos that we had talked about? I'm forgetting the initials, AMS. I don't know, something about the noises. I bet it would be a real moneymaker to just like watch and listen to like that. Oh my God, it's so great. All right, I need to stop because this is gross. Ernie says, this is good, Brie. Purge your soul. Purge. It is good. Ed says, she have a chat, Jax. That would be fun. She have a chat. She have a chat, Jax. That would be fun. What? Mike says, oh, it's something, Dave. I know. Oh my God, my sides hurt. Dave with gas. Oh, Dave, do you have gas? It's terrible. Ernie, not tonight, Brie. I know. It's there you go. AMSR. That's what it is. I'm gonna make an AMSR video. And I guarantee you this is gonna be my most successful video because there are people out there that just love the noises. And it makes such a I truly sound like I am psychotic with this, so I need to stop. Ed says, so if you go to a nudist camp and find someone sunburnt, you'd peel them? 100%. Is that wrong? Are you telling me that's wrong? But I would. I feel like I'm doing that person a favor. Like I feel like I did Mike a favor today by taking that off and allowing new skin to grow. Like why leave that on your body? Right? Like why not allow that to come off? But yeah, you're right. If I had a snake, the shedding, and you're not supposed to shed, like you're not supposed to pull that. Oh, but that would be okay. I have issues. I have issues. That's just not okay. Ernie says, Ed, you know, nudist resorts have rules. I would assume. Could you imagine going to a nudist colony? Is it a colony or a resort? And my picture being there, like I'm not allowed in the nudist resort because I've been detained for peeling skin. So bad. Jack says, I have a hard time telling people they have a bat in the cave. I get embarrassed easily, but you got to tell them, sure. Now do it. Oh, wait, is that no, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. I am all about it. Like if I have something dangling, I would 100%. I've gone mad at people. Like I've had a conversation with them and then I go to the bathroom and I see like a chunk of something hanging out in my teeth and I come back and I'm like, what kind of friend of you are you? And they're like, what? I'm like, there was a huge like piece of broccoli. I'm like, oh, I didn't see. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I would absolutely like fix that or finish getting dressed. Like when somebody's fly is down, you got to help people out. Got to help the people out. Jack says I should tell her create a YouTube channel following around people and pulling out their wedgie. I think that would be amazing to see what the reaction would be. Honestly, think about it. How many of you're walking and all of a sudden somebody comes and pulls a wedgie out? I think there's 100% success rate that person's getting knocked in the face, right? Like, who's going to be okay with that? I would not be okay with that. Ernie says, I would watch. I would too. Oh, you did me a huge favor, babe. I think so. I absolutely think so. Mike, do tell. Mike's like, not that kind of favor. Guys, stop it. My mother's here. Her virgin ears can't handle it. Ed says, Jax, I would subscribe to watch that. I know, so would I. So you used to put glue. Yes, I was that kid. Tell me you guys didn't, and I will call you a liar. Where you put glue on your hands and you let it dry, and then you rub it, and then it would like ball up, and you'd be like, oh my God. Maybe that's where this sickness comes from. Maybe that's what it is. As a kid, peeling the glue. I was going to share something. Yeah, no. Okay. Mike says, pulling the skin off my stomach. Yes. Yes. Ernie knows that, babe. She was alluding to a different kind of favor. Where am I? Dave says, I was a big fan of the glue peel. It was so much. Oh, that was the best. It really was. The Elmer's glue. I can smell it right now. We got some issues. How do you let the wedgie go and not fix yourself? This is true too. Right? It's true. You know, when you have a wedgie, you know you have a wedgie. There's no way you don't know you have that. You can't like not feel that. But is it really somebody else's responsibility to pull that out, especially if they don't know you? Like, that's bizarre. I wouldn't even want somebody knowing me pulling out my wedgie. No, I would not. Who is it? You'd end up in jail. That's what I'm saying. Jack says, I was a glue peeler. Exactly. Ed, nope. Ernie tries to put her fingers in my butt at Walmart to make me think somebody else is doing it. We have to meet. We just have to meet in person. You guys just seem like so much fun. I'm just saying. One day there will be a world tour and Ernie and Ed will be one of my stops. I cracked myself up. That's good though, right? Ed says, getting Breizy glue for Christmas. I mean, what in the hell is that? Wait. Oh no, now you spelled it correctly. Just the capital E threw me off. But now you're spelling it correctly. Good. And I make a weird piano scale noise. As you're like, I can't. Please don't, Ed. Glitter. No. See, that's where you lost me. Glitter. Glitter is the devil's candy in this house. I can't. I just cannot. It's like, I am not kidding. From months ago, when the kids thought it would be a good idea to open up glitter that I had for Girl Scouts and did something with it, if I move like this and the light catches it, yep, glitter, 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 glitter. There it is, glitter. And I vacuumed. That stuff just doesn't go away. It's evil. What? Is my mom saying camel toe? Mom, would you tell someone if they had camel toe? I didn't know you knew that phrase, Mom. Mom, how do you know what camel toe is? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would definitely tell somebody if they had a bug or like something in their teeth or if their fly was down. I would absolutely help them out. Anything below the waist. Well, if their fly was down, I would tell them. But no, I feel like that's everybody's responsibility to check yourself before you wreck yourself out in public. You check. If you're wearing leggings, ladies, and your shirt isn't covering your nether region, you walk. You walk in your house towards your full-length mirror if you have, and you check or you ask your spouse, I've done this, babe, can you just do the check? And he looks and he knows what I'm checking for. You got to be responsible, guys. Jack says, I saw a stupid video on, is that supposed to be Facebook? Beer. The bear. Ed says, yes, you got the image. Yup. Yup. Jack's earlier guy moaning in, wait, what? People's ears at Walmart. He almost got punched a few times. So there's a video of a guy moaning into people's ears? Yeah, no, that's weird. I would punch the guy in the throat too. Oh God, Ed, please don't tell me you're asking what camel toe is. Please don't. Ernie, explain to Ed. I cannot explain what camel toe is with my mom here, although my mom seems to know what camel toe is. Amanda's laughing with me. Jack says, my big fingers move too fast to type, so I go backspace. That's okay. I'm making it out. Eddie says, no, Ernie says, until 10 years ago, I thought camel toe was like crow's feet. I can't. Okay. All right, listen, we're going to do a little lesson for anybody. Your mom said that? Wait a minute. Steven says, when I see someone with a wedgie, I tell them that their ass is snacking. Is your ass hungry? Because it sure looks like it. Your pants are being... Ed says, do these pants make my camel look big? How does that get an answer? Oh, God, I can't. Oh, no, babe. Your camel looks great. So I will say to Mike, I honestly will, especially in the summer, especially the summer of quarantine, I am basically like this, tank tops and bike shorts, like yoga pants all day. And the bike short yoga pant have that material. And sometimes the tank tops aren't longer in another region. So I just stand there and I'm like, babe, can you check? And I turn around and he's like, no, you're good. I think that's what you do. If you love somebody, you check the areas. You just check. Oh, no, your camel toe looks great. Yeah. Jack says, I was a tow truck driver, had my own tow truck business called Tow Chick. Sally's husband said should have named it Camel Towing. Sorry. That's amazing. I bet you would have gotten more business like that. But I do like Tow Chick. Yeah. Camel Towing. That's so funny. You should just copyright that, just to copyright it. And whatever. Ernie says, I have to figure out how to work camel towing into a regular conversation now. Seriously, that's a great phrase. Camel towing. Check that chick out over there. She seems to be camel towing today. You could find a way to work it in. That is hysterical. It is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. I just wrote down. I'm sorry. I'm just checking something. Oh, Dak Shepard. That's what I wanted to say to you guys. I must love all women. That is how that. Wait a minute. Okay. Ed says, I must love all women then if that's how that works. It is. I just sent you a funny post. I have to see what Jackie sent me. See, camel towing, when it's wedged in tight, we'll pull it out. Can you please get this on a shirt? Jackie has the best shirts. So it exists. That's gold. That's hysterical. I just checked it. Oh my God, this is why I love you guys so much. I could literally just write down on a piece of paper some keywords of things I want to mention. And I just know the conversation's just going to go. It's going to go in like improv. It's just going to go in all different directions. Because you guys are just the best. Like I truly didn't think it was going to go in the direction of peeling skin. Or my mother saying camel toe. Mom. But I have to remember my mom is a human being. And one day I will be of the age where my children are going to be like, Mom, how do you know the word camel toe? Be like, seriously? Oh my God. That's hysterical. Oh, this is what I was saying like many moons ago tonight. Another goal of mine. So do you guys know Dax Shepard, who Dax Shepard is? He's an actor. But he also has this podcast I was telling you about, Armchair Expert, and I love him. And it's not even like a crushing love, like, oh, he's on my list of people to like my laminated list that if I could, I would. He's just an awesome human being. Like he just seems like a real guy. Like he, on his podcast, he'll say like, he talks about his past with, drug addiction and abusing alcohol and all this stuff. And like, he'll say like, he's messed up in some ways and he's broken, but like he's fixed himself to who he is now. And like, he's just like a real person. And I have a goal that I am going to get him on my Instagram, on my interviews that I've just started doing on my No Filter series. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start messaging him, DMing him and Facebook messaging him. And I wonder if like, where does the line go from like me just being persistent and then me being stalker? Like, I don't want to scare Dax Shepard. This is saying Dax Shepard would actually even open up my messages. He probably has somebody to do that for him. But I don't know. That's a goal, guys. I'm calling my shot right here. I'm putting it out right here. And I loved him in Parenthood too. I love that show. I loved him. I thought he was awesome. I am putting it out right here, June 27th, 2020. That before June 27th, 2021, Dax Shepard will be live with me on Instagram. Or at least I'll get an autograph photo to hang up on my wall. Something. But I'm going to make it happen. Mom, why am I singing camel toe again next to your name? Enjoy your camel toe talk. I'm tired. Good night, all. Love you more, daughter. I love you too, Mom. I love you too. You crazy, crazy broad. Let me just see something. I'm totally innocent and wholesome and pure. No, you're not, Ernie. No, you're not. Just stop your nonsense. Sick minds think alike. You loved him in Parenthood. Yep. Night, Goom. Aw. Ernie remembers we call my mom Gooma. The Goomster. You beat Mike to it. Yes. And there's Stephen. Good night, Goom. Good night, Goom. Good night. Have a good night, Sharon. Yep, Ernie. Jack says, good night, Sharon. Ernie says, Dax Shepard is said to be very personable and does his own stuff. Said to be. I'm going to make it happen. And then you guys are going to be like, look at that Just Breizy chick. Putting goals out there. Making things happen. Could you honestly, though, could you imagine? I feel like if he wrote me back, I would instantly think I was being catfished. And I would think like, oh, this isn't him. And then we would be making plans for him to be a guest on my segment on Instagram. And then I would be all nervous, right? And like plan it. And then I would send him the invite to accept to split the screen. And all of a sudden the screen would be split and it would be like somebody's butt, or something like really disgusting because somebody catfished me and my dreams would be crushed and broken. Or on the flip side, all of a sudden Dax Shepard appears on half of my screen and then I'd probably turn into like a 15-year-old teenager and be like, I got it, Dax Shepard. Either way, I'm screwed. Or camel toe. What? Dax Shepard is said to be very personal stuff. Or a camel toe. Or a camel toe. Yes. All of a sudden the screen splits and it's somebody's camel toe. Oh my God. Ernie says, if I knew him, I'd help you out. Thank you, Ernie. I know people on the music side of the stalker-worthy spectrum. Hey, girl, hook me up. Yeah. Steven says, Mike, you beat me to it. Better get ready. I mean, could you imagine? Did you guys ever see that show, Catfish? Where, like, people are fully convinced they are in a relationship with, like, Katy Perry or some amazing magical unicorn of a person from, like, across the ocean. And then it winds up being some, like, scum of the earth person. Could Could you imagine? I saw an episode where this guy truly thought he was in a relationship with Katy Perry. I kind of felt badly for him. And they were trying to say to him, like, so you haven't had a conversation with her, you haven't had a FaceTime, you haven't seen her, but you truly believe you're in a relationship with Katy Perry. And he did. He fully did. That's sad. But it makes for great TV. Dave says catfish is mean. I know. I have no interest in that. Catfish is. It is so. And the thing. Oh, my knee fell asleep. Oh, that's such a weird feeling. I know somebody, and I would never mention their name, but I know somebody who has been catfished in real life. And I felt terribly because they truly thought for many months that they had made this connection with somebody. And the thing of it is, because like when you see these episodes, you think, how did you not know? But the thing of it is, like, he was sending her photos of himself, but they were actually photos that he found of this person whose identity he took over at like stock photos on the internet and sent it to her of like, oh, this week I'm in Bora Bora or wherever. And it's him like on a beautiful island somewhere and sending her emails and such from this place. Meanwhile, it turns out he was somebody that was like 30 years younger than she was. And wound up telling her the truth, but only after asking, like for months, created this like whole illusion and bond, and then wound up asking her for money. And when that happened, I was like, don't you dare. Mm-mm. And then he wound up telling her the truth and speaking to her on the phone. And evidently it was because he felt so bad, but then still asked for the money. I was like, but it was terrible. It was terrible. Especially, when you feel like you really made a connection with somebody. Sometimes you don't see the warning signs and all that. Oh, Ed says, we called a tech rep once for a big ass crack in a jet air intake. He pulled the cover back and bam. What? So you got catfished from somebody that was supposed to. We called a tech rep once for a big ass crack in a jet. Did you get catfished with it? Like, was it a fake, or am I totally misreading that? Ernie says your 15-year-old voice sounded like an old lady from the Bronx with emphysema. Exactly. Oh God, you're right, Dave. What did Dave say? Oh, catfish is so mean. I know, it really is. I honestly don't even watch it like on a regular, but it's one of those things where like, if at some bizarre hour I'm flipping through, if you even watch that for a minute, you get drawn into this vortex of like, it's like a train wreck. Like you just want to say to the person, oh my God, wake up, like stop, just stop the nonsense. Speaking of vortex of craziness, and if you've watched it, please don't tell me the ending because we're still in it. Has anybody watched The Staircase on Netflix? It's this like documentary, and it's so infuriating for us to watch because of what Mike does for a living. The camera work is so excruciating, but the story is so like it draws you in. And the entire time you're thinking, did he do it? Wait, no. Wait, did he do it? And usually I'm really good. I will say I'm really good. Like Mike, when we used to watch like murder mysteries or certain Dateline things, or I could always, within the first like quarter of that show, I'm like, no, this happened because of that. One thing I'm pretty good at, and Mike will say, like, I can pick up on the little nuances and details of things that sometimes escape the person I'm watching the show with. But in this one, every time I watch it, I'm like, yeah, no, he couldn't have. Yeah. And we're all over, but don't tell me. Don't tell me if you've seen it because I can't. I don't want to know. Ed says someone was in the intake with their bare ass hanging. Oh, for big ass. Okay, now I get it. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. With their bare ass hanging out. And you didn't tell them, Ed? You didn't tell them, like, pull up the curtains there? Jack says, I met a guy online. We texted a bit, and then he sent this poem, which sounded way too deep for chatting online a few times. It was a military romance scam. Oh, some people just suck. Never heard of the staircase. Oh, luckily you were too smart to fall for it. Good. Yeah, some people are just terrible with that. Yeah, she's very good at it, and it ruins shows regularly. I know, but Mike, we haven't done that in a while. We haven't watched a show that I've ruined in a while. I used to ruin shows for Mike all the time. I'd be like, oh, it's totally the meh, 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 or, oh, and I would give away the punchline way before of a show, and without realizing that like it wasn't time to do that. I've ruined many shows for Michael. Ed says, oh, I'm bad about meeting people because I always am looking for those indications. Yeah. Yep. Right? I think everybody's like a scam artist. Ernie says, Mike, we got to take her to dinner theater then. Yes. Oh, I would love that. I would love like a live Clue dinner theater, because I would be like, oh, it's Mr. Green with the candlestick in the library. I would get that. Steven says, I do that too, Brie. I before E, Steven. I before E. Mike, Liza knows how you feel. It must be a family thing. I do. I used to ruin shows all the time. Now like I said, now we don't watch shows that do that too much. It's this comedy dinner theory. That would be fun. But yeah, so The Staircase is a documentary of this married couple. And the gist of it is his wife, I'm not giving away anything. His wife is found dead at the bottom of the staircase. And it's, did she fall or did he hack her to death? And it kind of goes back and forth, and you see like the investigation and the courtroom drama of it, but the camera work is just so like I'm not even a photojournalist, and I'm just like, where's your tripod? Like, what is happening? You're all over the place, you're focused. And this is truly because I live with Michael. But no clue for you. Yes, clue for me. The candlestick in the library. Ah, so many memories, Brie. That would be so much fun, though. It really would be. I would love it. Steven, you spelled her name wrong. I mean, guys, I'm going to get a shirt. There's so many things I want to put on a shirt, and I'm just going to get I before E. And so many people are going to be like, what does that mean? And I'll just be like, unless you're in my chat, you have no idea. We'll be the I before E group. Dave says, if you like movies with a twist, The Good Liar. Ooh, never seen it. Would love to see that. Really, The Good Liar. I wonder if that's on Netflix. Gotta check it out. We're going to be starting Game of Thrones soon, which I'm sure like so many people are like, that ended, but we've never seen it. And my cousin Steven and his wife, generous people that they are, gifted us with the complete set. So I can't wait to start that. Ed, spell check got me. No, spell check sucks. It sucks. Wait, I before E, except if you're Brie. Joseph coming in with a witty little rhyme. Yes, I like that. I before E, except if you're Brie. I like that a lot. That will be my t-shirt. Joseph, that will be my t-shirt. I love it. But it's E before I, babe. In Brie it is. I've never seen Gots. Oh, Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. I was like, me too, buddy. Yeah, I've never seen it either. It's supposed to be really great. Either. Is it either or either? Where are my English majors, Dave? Or is it I've never seen it either or I've never seen it either? Just curious. Dave says Game of Thrones was awesome until the very last episode. ... That is all. That is how I Steven's like, Dave, shut up. That's how I felt about Dexter. If anybody, I know I'm bringing back like 1996 with Dexter, but we finished that up a couple months ago, and I loved every step of it until the last episode. And I'm like, what the who? Terrible. Steven, I know what to say. Yes, Dave wouldn't ruin it for me. But now I know the last episode sucks. Thank you. Mike says, yeah, Dave, shut your educated mouth. Or as I say, shut your face, Dave. How about I ain't never seen it too? I like that. That's proper English. I'm going to use that. I ain't never seen it too. Love it. Lisa's back. Hello, Lisa. How are you, dear? But listen, I was just going to say, guys, I honestly, because I'm not even tired and usually I'm yawning at this point because I get super exhausted, but I am going to go because I just realized it's 10 o'clock and love Dexter. I know it's so good. I am going to go because we have to finish The Staircase. It's a docu-series. I don't know how many episodes, but it's one of these things that definitely sucks you in. Again, the quality of it, not great, but the story of it, it just kind of keeps you coming back for more. Dave says, keep it up and I'll save you a whole lot of time. Dave's just going to be like, here's the whatever. You're just going to tell me who's behind the mask or who killed who. Don't do it, Dave. Ernie says, good night, everybody. Everybody in the club getting, I don't know, there's some song that reminds me of. Ed says, Netflix. That shit. Yeah, we got to get, and I honestly, good night, Muriel. Finish. You'll be sleeping in 15 minutes, babe. I know. I'm like, I get all like, all right, let's go. And then 15 minutes later, I'm like, drool coming up. And you know what my husband does? He's so sweet. He'll leave me on the couch sleeping, but he takes my glasses off my face, which I think that's so sweet. But I think actually he does it from a financial standpoint because he's probably like, that bitch best not break those things that cost an arm and a leg and our insurance isn't covering another set. But it's still nice. Anywho, okay, Steven says, have fun, gang. Have a great night, everyone. Love you, cousins. Love you, too. Jack says, good night, all. Watch The Handmaid's Tale. Yes. I've heard amazing things, and that is going to be next. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining in on the convo, and I'll chat with you guys soon. I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye. Love you guys. End my stream. Yes, I want to end my stream.